The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Wike, has restated his respect for the Nigerian military, but says the FCT administration will not condone impunity or acts that undermine the rule of law. This follows a recent confrontation over a disputed plot of land in Gaduwa district. Our correspondent, Usman Katun Umar, has the details.
Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Wike, says no society can develop when lawlessness is allowed to thrive. Speaking to newsmen in Abuja shortly before the Federal Capital Territory Executive Committee meeting, the minister emphasized that discipline, accountability and adherence to legal procedures remain central to the development of the nation's capital.
I cry for this country because we're unfortunate. Either we trivialize everything that happens, either we bring religion to what we're doing, or the class you belong to. And no country can ever succeed if we continue to allow impunity, lawlessness. No country, no matter how hard you work, you allow impunity, you allow lawlessness to continue to prevail. That country will never go anywhere.
Barrister Wike was reacting to an incident involving officials of the Federal Capital Territory Administration and a naval officer, Ahmed Yerima, who allegedly acted on the instructions of former Chief of Naval Staff, retired Vice Admiral Awal Gambo, over a disputed land in Gaduwa. The minister explained that, contrary to claims of ownership, the FCTA has no official record showing the land belongs to the military. Providing further clarification on the status of the disputed land during a news conference, the director of the FCTA Department of Development Control, Town Planner Mukhtar Usman Galadima, and the director of the Department of Land Administration, Chijoke Nwankweze, reveals that the plot only has a letter of intent issued in 2007 for the development of a park, adding that all efforts by the FCTA administration to resolve the issue amicably with the developer has failed.
And I reported to the Honourable Minister that there is a site being developed by the former Chief of Naval Staff. We inquired about their development approvals and then their title document, which they have not shown us except a letter of intent issued by the Department of Parks and Recreation. He said, "Oh, I go back and stop them." I told him that there was a threat that they are going to shoot at site because they are working under directive and order from their superior. He said, "Okay." So he gave further directive that do everything possible so that they comply with the provisions of the development control guidelines. At this point, gentlemen of the press, I want to sincerely apologize to the Honourable Minister for dragging him into this situation on that fateful Tuesday. Why did I drag him into that situation? Because on the 17th of July, 2025, Department of Development Control lost a staff, Bilkisu Olusokomi Fasasi, as a result of demolition activity. In December 2024, 4 of our staff were beaten, manhandled in Lugbe because of demolition activity. Some of them got fractured. Up to now that we are talking, our heavy-duty equipment has been impounded at Tugosa by men of the uniform. So on that fateful Tuesday, when we are there to enforce the directive of the Honourable Minister, we notice the impending danger because armed men were strategically positioned, ready to shoot. And seeing this, I sent a district call to the Honourable Minister to come to the site for on-the-spot assessment. And on getting there, that ugly incident happened, which is, I'm really sorry for Honourable Minister. I apologize for Honourable Minister. Indeed, to all Nigerians for what happened.
Our title is false. He doesn't have any title to the place. He was given the letter of intent and he didn't meet any of the conditions. He didn't submit building plan. for approval within 21 days. He submitted after 16 years. And it was reviewed and turned down. By the way, he was asking to develop something incongruent with the land use. And an interdepartmental committee was set up, comprising of course, the Development Control Department, the Lands Department, the Abuja Geographic Information Systems, the Department of Urban and Regional Planning, the Department of Surveying and Mapping, the Department of Parks and Recreation, and the Department of Engineering Services. And they looked at the submission made by Santos Estates Limited and found out that it was not going to be approved. And they were so informed in writing. They were further advised to approach the Department of Urban and Regional Planning for anything they want to do that will review what the place has been granted to them. And there is no indication that they did so. There is no indication that the Department of Urban and Regional Planning considered their request favorably. All they did was, after all of those papers were withdrawn, they moved into those sites and started building illegally.
Barrister Wike further clarified that his intervention became necessary after reports that some of the FCTA staff were assaulted while carrying out their lawful duties. He dismissed suggestions of any rift between him and the military, describing such claims as deliberate attempts to mislead the public.
How can I sit as a minister? Government officials are being attacked. Government officials are being beaten up. Government officials to the level of directorship. Then I'm sitting in my office doing what? How will such officials carry out their functions again when they know that their principal or their boss cannot protect them? Not as private individuals, as government officials.
The minister then urged journalists to verify facts before publication, noting that responsible reporting contributes to national stability. He also cited examples of respected national leaders who follow due process in addressing land issues rather than resorting to intimidation. Minister Wike reaffirmed the administration's commitment to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, maintaining that enforcement against illegal development and violations of Abuja Master Plan will continue without compromise. According to him, government cannot function in a lawless environment, and the FCTA will ensure that all residents, regardless of status, obey the law. Usman Katun Umar, ASO Television News.